Hello students, welcome to maths class. We are doing the limits problems, right? So by different methods. So today we will deal with the fourth method. In this method we will solve the given problem by using some standard formulae, right? In limits we are already some formulas are there in limits. By using those standard results or standard formulae, we will solve these problems. This is our fourth method. First method substitution, second one factorization, third one rationalization. Now come to your solving the limits or evaluating the limits by some standard results, means some standard formulae. Okay, so now come to your first question. So what is your first question? And here I have written some standard formulas of the limits. Limit x tends to a, x to the power of n minus a to the power of n by x minus a, then its value is equals to n into a to the power of n minus 1. Anywhere in the problem if we get that form, we can use that standard formula. Next, limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equal to 1. So this value, this value, this value, if these three values are same, that means formula means general form. Instead of x, you can have any other values also. That means you can have sin 2x by 2x, limit 2x tends to 0, right? Sin 5x by 5x, here limit 5x tends to 0. If the problem is in this form, that means instead of x we can have any value, then we can equate that with 1. And next third one, limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x to the power of 1 by x is equal to e. That is the third form. Already in previous class you got two formulas. What are those two formulas? Limit x tends to 0, e to the power of x minus 1 by x is equal to 1, and limit x tends to 0, a to the power of x minus 1 by x is equal to log a base e. Already you got two formulas, standard results, right? Now you got these standard formulae. Now we will use these standard formulas while solving our problems. Now come to first question. What is your first question? Limit x tends to 0. So limit x tends to 0. What is that? A to the power of x minus 1 by b to the power of x minus 1. While doing the previous method, rationalization method, I said one formula. What is that? Limit x tends to 0, a to the power of x minus 1 by x is, we can take it as log a base e, log a base e. So there I said instead of a, we can have any letter except e, any letter or any number, right? But any letter means there I said except e, e is called exponential. Instead of a, you can have b, you can have z, you can have t, anything. Okay, so here if you observe, limit x tends to 0, a to the power of x minus 1 is there. That is in that form, but divided by x is not there. Similarly, b to the power of x minus 1 is there. What I said, instead of a, we can have b also. So upward value is there, by x is not there. If we can have by x, we can apply that formula. So that's why dividing the numerator and denominator with the x, right? So limit x tends to 0, we are dividing the numerator as well as denominator with x, right? And I said limit is there for f of x by g of x. We can apply limit for f of x as well as we can apply limit for g of x, right? So is equal to limit x tends to 0, we can take a to the power of x minus 1 by x. Similarly, you take limit for g of x also, right? B to the power of x minus 1 by x. So this is nothing but log a base e by, this is nothing but it is log b base e, by applying that formula, right? So we used, that's why what is the heading of today? It is evaluating the limits by using standard result. That is one of the standard result. What is that? Limit x tends to 0, a to the power of x minus 1 by x is equal to log a base c is the one standard result. Okay, so by applying that result we solved this problem. But in final exam they won't mention by substitution method, by factorization method, by rational, solve this problem by this standard formula. They won't mention. You have to observe which method we can solve. Just by observing the problem you will know we have to go for this method, we have to go for, with practice you will get all those things. Okay, so that's why you have to practice the problems. So now come to the second question. What is your second question? Find limit x tends to 0 sin ax, right? It is sin ax by x into cos x. Okay, so observe it carefully. So I said we can change the, we can rearrange, change means we can rearrange the terms according to our formulas. So can we write this problem as sin ax by x into 1 by cos x? Definitely we can write. Then why we are writing like this? So I said we can use some standard formulas, isn't it? So this is the standard formula we are going to use in solving this problem. What is that? Limit x tends to 0 sin x by x can be taken as 1. I said instead of x, right, we can have any value. It is general formula. General means instead of that value we can take any other value. So come on, if you observe this one, first product of two terms, so take the limit separately for two terms. So what happens? Limit x tends to 0 sin ax by x and limit x tends to 0 1 by cos x. Okay, so observe carefully while giving the formulas. I said this term, this term, this term, these three must be equal, then only we can equate that value as 1. So instead of x, here we are having ax, so here also we should have ax and here also we should have ax. To get ax here we will multiply and divide with a. This term is multiplying and dividing with a. And if x tends to 0 means x value is 0, 0 into anything is 0 only. So ax means a into 0 is tends to 0 only. So here we can write instead of x tends to 0, we can write ax tends to 0. Definitely if x value is 0, 0 into something, a into 0 tends to 0 only. And here if you observe, we need this a for this x, we don't want this a, you write that outside, right? Constant, write the constant outside of your limit. Now your problem is sin ax by ax, right? I have taken these two and a is taken outside. And here this is substitution method. If we substitute the x value, if meaningful answer is there, we can go for substitution. So it is 1 by cos 0, right, is 1. Okay, so is equal to a into, this is your standard formula, right? Limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is equal to 1. Same form it is. So it is 1 into 1 by cos 0 is 1. So your answer is a here. Okay, so very simple. Sin ax by x, you separate it into 1 by cos x. Two values are there. If two values are there, we have to take the product of two terms. Okay, so then you apply your formulae. Okay, now come to the third question. What is that? Find the limit x tends to 0. So limit x tends to 0 sin ax, right? Sin ax by, no, third question is sin x minus 1, isn't it? Sin of x minus 1 by x square minus 1. Okay, so observe carefully how we can deal this problem is limit x tends to 0 sin of x minus 1. Okay, so by we can write this as a square minus b square form. 1 can be taken as 1 square. So it is a square minus b square form. So it is a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so we can write this as limit x tends to 0 sin of x minus 1. Observe, I am writing separately into two terms again, x plus 1. Can we write? Yes, we can write. Right. After this, you take limit separately for each and every term. Limit x tends to 0. Come on, sin of x minus 1 by x minus 1 into limit x tends to 0, right? 1 by x plus 1. Okay, so here we can take this as your normal formula, right? So what is that formula? What is the given equation here? Sin x tends to 1, not 0 here. So be careful while taking the question. That's why I said while copying the question you check 2-3 times. See, limit x tends to 1 is there, not 0, right? So here limit x tends to 1. So if x tends to 1, x value is almost equals to 1, then x minus 1 is 1 minus 1 tends to 0. So it is limit x minus 1 tends to 0 sin of x minus 1 by x minus 1 is equal to 1 by direct substitution method. If after substitution, if we get meaningful value, we can go for substitution. Now observe here, this is your again second formula, limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. This value, this value, this value must be same. Yes, that this thing I checked, then I got to know that this should be x tends to 1. Don't take the limits wrongly, right? We have to check the problem twice before starting to solve the problem. So limit x tends to 1 is given to you, limit x tends to 1. Okay, so then only we can get if x tends to 1. So x minus 1 means x value is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So then this value, this value, this value, 3 values are equal. Then only we can take that as 1 by 1, right? So x tends to here also 1, right? So here also 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 into 1 by 2. That is 1 by 2 is the answer of this question. Be careful. If I take small limit value, so we are going to get different answer. Okay, so while taking the limits you should be very attentive. Okay, and now come to limit x tends to a, tan of x minus a by x square minus a square. This is your homework question, right? So why homework? So same like your previous problem. So here a square minus b square form, you can take this as, what is that? A plus b into a minus b form, x plus a into x minus b. And there is one standard formula, limit x tends to 0 tan x by x is equal to 1. This formula you have to apply here. Limit x tends to a, tan of x minus a by x square minus a square. X square minus a square can be written as x minus a into x plus a. Okay. So, in that again same you apply this formula, limit x tends to 0, tan x by x is equal to 1, you will get your required answer. Okay. So, that's all for today. Have a nice day.